Hey guys, it's me, Semper Sassi, and I'm having a different video than what I usually do. Instead of doing funny moments in Call of Duty, I am going over some Star Wars Battlefront. Gasp! I know, Star Wars Battlefront. It's a really different game. I actually love this game. I had a lot of fun with it, and they are now coming out with the Star Wars Battlefront Death Star patch, or download content. I really like this. It's been out for about a day, and they did a lot of good changes for this. So I'm actually going to go over that right now. So going over the patch notes, there's new content for DLC owners, new levels, 5 new maps set around or on the Death Star. Duh, no shit. Death Star DLC. New game mode, Battle Station. A new three-phased mode in which rebels attempt to destroy an Imperial Star Destroyer in order to clear space for a GR-75 and its brave rebel boarding party. Then, these rebels participate in an assault on the Death Star in hopes of rescuing R2-D2 before finally attempting to destroy the Death Star itself with the help of Luke Skywalker. Really fun game mode. I played it quite a few times, and it's really interesting. I know a lot of people are still getting used to it, so it's gonna be kind of awkward. But when people know how you have to beat the different parts, it'll be a really challenging game mode and rewarding for winning. There are new weapons: the TL-50 heavy repeater, a heavy blaster with a secondary firing mode, which launches an explosive round, and the K-16 Briar pistol, a powerful blaster pistol with a secondary fire ability, which allows the player to charge up a powerful shot. I unlocked both of these weapons and played with it, and I really like them. I don't feel that they're overpowered, underpowered. The only thing I could really say about that is the new secondary fire mode makes them a really interesting weapon when we haven't seen that before with the other weapons. What this means is if you hip fire and you pull the right trigger, it shoots a blaster. Of course, the heavy repeater is fully automatic, the Briar pistol is semi-automatic. And when you pull and hold down the left trigger, instead of zooming in, you end up charging up your shot. Now the cool thing about this is it doesn't overheat and get rid of its blast like the pulse cannon does, and you could just sit there and hold it. And then when you pull the right trigger when this is charged up, that's when you fire your secondary round. And I've gotten a lot of one-hit kills with this. It's a really cool mechanic. I hope that they have more weapons like this in the future. The next, they have new star cards. They have laser trip mines. They can be attached on any surface and will explode when an enemy passes it. It will also scramble the radar of any enemy that gets too close. Then there's a medical droid, a stationary droid that is placed by the player. The droid will send out a healing pulse every 3 seconds and reduce the cooldown for the player's star cards. Now, I really like both of these. I don't know if they're going to be forgotten anytime soon. My only comment on that right now is the laser trip mine. It does scramble enemy radar, and it is useful sometimes. But I've had a lot of bad luck with this where it doesn't get any kills, or somehow I will get killed by myself because someone could get some kind of explosion not even close to it and it kills me. Then with the medical droid, it's a really good item because it could help players. It's almost like a back to bomb where you put it out there and it could heal up to like say 10 people. I don't know the exact amount off the top of my head, but it barely takes any damage and then it's destroyed. So maybe if they can make it so it's not easy to kill, maybe it'd be a little bit better. The next is there's new heroes, obviously. So one of them is Bosk. He has micro grenades. The primary weapon fires micro grenades, which are tiny grenades that deal explosive damage. And he also has predatory instincts. It changes the visuals so you see characters' heat signatures. Bosk is also enhanced while the power is active, increasing his damage, his sprint speed, and the cooldown speed of his abilities. This ability does not have a cooldown and can be turned on or off at any time. Toxic Escape. Boss throws a Dax's grenade and leaps away from the explosion in the direction in which he was moving. And his trait is Trandoshan Regeneration. Bosk regenerates part of his lost health when killing enemy soldiers or doing high damage to heroes. Then there's Chewbacca, the fan favorite. He has multi-bolts, doubles the amount of bolts fired from his weapon. Mighty Roar. Chewbacca roars and empowers himself and his allies. It will do the following. Rebel soldiers receive the Berserker level 3 effect and increased armor for a limited time. Friendly heroes receive increased armor for a limited time. And then Chewbacca receives increased damage and armor for a limited time. And he also has Ground Slam, where Chewbacca slams the ground, damaging and pushing back enemies in an area around the point of impact. This ability can be used while in the air. And his trait is Focus Firing, increases the amount of bolts fired from Chewbacca's bowcaster by 1 per rank in the trait. I played both of them. I couldn't tell you if one's better than the other because they both have their strengths and weaknesses, and of course their different abilities. And then compared to the other heroes, I couldn't tell you if they were overpowered or what. But I think that all the characters both have their time to shine when it comes to their traits and abilities. Now there's new vehicles. There's new hero vehicles. Red 5, Luke Skywalker, and TIE Advance Darth Vader will be introduced as new playable hero vehicles on both Battle Station and Fighter Squadron. In addition to this, users will be able to spawn as wingmen whenever Red 5 or TIE Advance are active on the level. Red 5 has the following abilities: shields that prevent the vehicle from taking damage for a short duration or until the shields are depleted, proton torpedoes that are missiles that track down the enemy targets, and R2-D2 repair, which will heal a set amount of health. The TIE Advance 1 has the following abilities: shields that prevent the vehicle from taking damage for a short duration or until the shields are depleted, speed boost, which will allow the vehicle to briefly fly faster, and relentless assault, which will allow the player to fire the main weapon more rapidly, deal bonus damage, and not overheat. And then obviously there's new HUT contracts. There's 6 new HUT contracts that have been added to the game. 2 of them for the weapons, 4 of them are for the equipment. So the 2 of them are going to be for the weapons. You unlock it the one time. 2 of them are to unlock the new items, which that's like their beginning level. And then the last 2 are for the upgraded ones for the black cards. Ta-da! And then general, they've changed a lot of things, which I like some and I don't like some of them. So soft lock for vehicles. An overheat mechanic has been added to the soft lock system. I do not like it. I understand if they had it, but I think it needs to be a little bit longer because there were times where I'm trying to kill a guy and I would lock on to him, as soon as I pulled the trigger, and then I would shoot, and then by the time I had that soft lock overheat, I couldn't shoot someone. I just really didn't like that. The vehicles. Improved vehicle collision handling, meaning that whenever 2 vehicles collide, they will only deal a small amount of damage to each other and not instantly explode. TIE Interceptor. Missiles have been removed as an ability and replaced with a new ability called Laser Barrage. When active, the player fires without overheating for a short duration of time and deals more damage per shot. A-Wing. The shield ability has been replaced with a speed boost ability. Skirmish. Resolved a bug in which players could spawn as a soldier with hero abilities if they were playing co-op. Skirmish. Resolved an issue in which players in co-op would spawn in as the same hero if they both activated the hero token at the same time. Skirmish. Resolved a graphical glitch that occurred in co-op when one player would spawn in as an AT-AT. Appearance. With the arrival of the Imperial officers, the certification for stormtroopers to remove their helmets in combat had been withdrawn. I don't have a really big deal with this because, stormtroopers never really took off their helmet, and in the game they made it so you could have the different appearances with it. Now you can't wear it, no big deal. Oh well, suck it up. Skirmish. The multiplayer hand can now be used in Skirmish, for those that don't play online. General. Fixed various minor issues with Skirmish. General. Various minor UI issues. General. Resolved various spectator issues. General. Updated the localization. And General. Various minor audio fixes in the UI. Now with the UI again, let's talk about the soft lock. Introduced new visuals for the new soft lock system. Appearance. Updated the appearance system and now allows the user to switch heads to the various body types. I like this because instead of having a set character with a set costume, you could have the different bodies and then the different heads, and of course you have to unlock them. Unlocks. Now allows a player to filter options to the unlock and HUT contract screen. These options are active, unlock, locked, and all. HUD. Updated the player health visual to better illustrate the boost health that could be gained from the Bacta bomb. Fighter Squadron. Removed an on-screen prompt for the player to be able to exit the cloud car. Hero Hunt. Resolved a bug which caused some hero defeat messages to not appear in the kill log. Chat for PC resolved a bug in which the in-game partner chat was limited to your friends and didn't work with automatically assigned partners. Down to the weapons and star cards. Scout binoculars, reduce cooldown with 10 seconds. Back to bomb, reduce the cooldown with 10 seconds. Back to bomb added a 4-second healing immunity from the back to bomb. Back to bomb, resolved a bug in which users wouldn't get healed if their health wasn't at 100%. Back to bomb updated the logic for triggering the healing effect. Players hit by the back to bomb will get 5 health periodically over 3 seconds, max 30 health. If the players take damage during this time, all future health ticks are cancelled. Traits. Players can now equip a trait card on each of their hands, meaning you can bring 2 different traits into battle. Thank you, you finally did this, because I know when the game came out, you could always get better at stuff, change things. They finally changed it so it makes a little bit more sense. So, kudos to you. Traits. All the traits have been updated and most levels have new abilities. The changes are, so there's a lot of changes and I like these changes. They actually make some perks more useful and some perks that are overpowered, they brought it back down. So the changes are Bodyguard. Level 1, instead of having explosive damage reduction to 30%, has been changed to damage reduction with 10%. Level 2, explosive damage reduction 50% has been changed to damage reduction with 25%. And level 3, explosive damage reduction 50% and blaster damage reduction by 30% has been changed to just damage reduction with 50%. Bounty Hunter, level 1, 25% power up chance on kill has been changed to just 10% faster card cooldowns. Level 2 is now the 25% faster card cooldowns versus the 50% power up chance. In level 3, instead of having the 50% power chance on kills and kills shave off 8% of the cooldown, it's just a 50% faster card cooldown. Now Berserker, level 1, 25% damage increase when hurt has been changed to 50% bonus hip fire damage. See where it's going with this? Level 2, 50% damage increase when hurt has been changed to 30% bonus to hip fire damage. Then level 3, 50% damage increase when hurt and 50% armor value when hurt has been changed to just a 50% bonus to hip fire damage. Now the Escape Artist. It is brand new and it's already been changed. That's how much we fucked around with it and trolled too many people with the one-hit kill melees. But I digress. Level 1, 10% bonus to sprint speed has been changed to 5% bonus to sprint speed. Level 2, 25% bonus to sprint speed has been changed to 15% bonus to sprint speed. Then level 3, 25 bonus to sprint speed and lethal melee attack has been changed to just a 30% bonus to sprint speed. Now when it comes to Scout, I really like the changes, but at the same time, the level 3 I don't like, which I'll get to here in a second. Level 1, sprinting doesn't trigger enemy scanners, has been changed to firing blasters does not trigger enemy scanners. So they kind of flipped to level 1s and 2. Level 2, firing blasters doesn't trigger enemy scanners, has been changed to sprinting doesn't trigger scanner. In level 3, killing an enemy resets primary blaster heat has been changed to scramble enemy scanners. I don't really like that because, Scout, you're supposed to stay off of the radar and be really secretive. And now, with the scrambling scanner effect, it's going to know that someone's there, which I don't really like. Sharpshooter, level 1, headshot shave off 25% of card cooldown, has been changed to 15% bonus damage while zooming. Level 2, headshot shaves off 50% of card cooldown, has been changed to 30% bonus damage while zooming. Level 3, headshot shave off 100% of card cooldown, has been changed to 50% bonus damage while zooming. So I like that how they have one trait where you get more damage for hip firing and one for zooming in. So maybe the DL19X will actually be useful in this game. Survivalist, level 1, health regen starts 25% faster, has been changed to 6 seconds of health regenerates. Level 2, health regen starts 50% faster, has been changed to 4 seconds to health regenerates. Level 3, health regen starts 50% faster and kills regenerate 50% health, has been changed to 2 seconds to regenerate health. Alright, so for heroes, Vader, regular soldiers that are under the effect of Force Choke will not be able to use melee attacks. Thank you, because there are some people that when they get force choked, you immediately him, and of course Vader will take some damage. And there's even some times where he would die. Leia, increase the Trooper Bane cooldown from 14 to 15 seconds. Leia, increase the start damage from 50 to 53 for E11. Leia, increase the end damage from 25 to 35 for her E11. Leia, increase the damage fall off distance from 25 to 30 for her E11. Palpatine, increase the base lightning damage from 15 to 18. And then Palpatine increased the block time by 60%. So they changed the biggest ones for both sides, which are like the ones that regenerate health. They're always on the weaker side now. They kind of made it a little more, buffy. So hopefully they'll be useful. Now with game modes, there's Fighter Squadron and Battle Station. New power-ups have been added for both Rebel and Imperial sides. Once activated, a group of AI vehicles will spawn in next to the player and engage the enemy in dogfighting for a duration of 60 seconds. The vehicles are Y-Wings and B-Wings for the Rebels, TIE Bomber and TIE Defender for the Imperials. I really like that. It helps out especially at the third wave of the Battle Station game. That's just my opinion. I don't know if they're overpowered at this time. I guess time will tell. Fighter Squadron. AI, A-Wings, and TIE Interceptors have been added to the game mode. Fighter Squadron added Red 5 and TIE Advance as hero vehicles on all levels. Turning Point. Resolved a bug in which players sometimes would spawn outside the map when playing Turning Point on Cloud 1. Heroes and Villains. All players are now immortal during the EOR screen and can't be killed by turrets or droids anymore. Drop Zone. In private matches, the player count has been changed to 12. Woohoo, no one cares. Alright, and then lastly, stats and progression. The diorama. Bosk and Chewbacca have been added to the diorama. No shit. Ranks increased from 70 to 90. Appearances. New visual unlocks have been added. Stormtrooper with pauldrons. X-Wing pilot, Death Star Trooper. And it takes a long time to unlock those fuckers. So at level 75 is when you can unlock the X-Wing pilot for 25,000 credits. Level 80 is when you get the Death Star Trooper for 25,000 credits. Level 85 is when you get the Rebel Officer for 30,000 credits. And at level 90 is when you can get the Imperial Officer for 30,000 credits. And the Hut contract. Resolve the bug in which the Scout Pistol and Scattergun wouldn't track toward various contracts. Lastly, achievements. Resolve the bug in which a New Hope achievement would not trigger when playing Walker Assault. So I know that's a lot of talking, but those are all of the patch notes, changes, and updates they did for Star Wars Battlefront. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope you learned something from this. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. Help a brother out. I follow back and all that stuff, and I hope you like this video. Those are going to be more Star Wars Battlefront videos coming up soon. Maybe I'll get into more details with weapons. I know I kind of got into YouTube towards the end of its life cycle. But hey, maybe with Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, or maybe the new Star Wars Battlefront DLC or game, I'll hop on more. So let me know what you think, and hopefully I can help you out in the future. Alright, cheers.